Paul Zagorski here for PZ Guitar, your virtual practice partner. And today it's about some equipment that I think is kind of essential. But do you know this song here? I'm just going to play a little bit here. You know, that song kind of sounds familiar, but it doesn't sound quite right. The reason why it doesn't sound right needs one of these. This is a capo, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm Paul Zagorski for PZ Guitar, your virtual practice partner. Let's talk about capos. See you in just a second. Hey everyone, Paul here for PZ Guitar. Today we're going to talk about capos and what you use them for and why are they useful. I think that everyone should have one. Now that little ditty, that little intro that I played was Jefferson's Airplane's Somebody to Love. But it didn't quite sound right because I wasn't in the right key. I mean, I was playing relatively simple chords. I was playing an E minor shape. I was playing an A shape I was doing as a bar chord. I was playing a D. And the other chord that was in there was the 4-finger or rock and roll G. But it wouldn't sound like the record. Well, it wouldn't sound the record because I'm playing it. My name is Paul, but it's not Paul Kantner. But it wasn't in the right key. The way to get it in the right key, I put this capo, and I applied just behind the 2nd fret. And now, essentially, this is now the nut position, as opposed to back here. And now if I play everything relative to the capo, if I play an E minor shape where I put my middle finger on the 2nd fret, a ring finger on the 2nd fret relative to the capo, it's really on the 4th fret, but relative to the capo, it's now, it's still an E minor shape, but now it sounds like this. And my A is now up here, and the D is up here, and the other chord with the G was over here. So what does that do to the chords? Well, this G is now an A, and the E minor is now an F sharp or a G flat. The A is now a B chord, and the D is now an E chord. So if you want to play, using those particular chords, like the F sharp or the G flat, and you want to play a B chord, that's fine. But if you're a beginner, these shapes are much easier, much more within your reach to play. It's much easier to play an open A than it is to take the capo off and play a bar chord B. It's the same sound. It's the same sound. It's the same sound. It's just that one is easier to do. And so that's the reason why a capo is essential. It will help you sound like the records that you want to play. It will also help you transition to playing easier shapes or more familiar shapes in a different key. If I play an E minor here, if I put the capo on the 5th fret, come on, and I play that E minor again, I'm playing an A, playing an A minor. So it all depends on how it is that you want to play. Sometimes if you're playing in a band, or you're playing by yourself and you are singing, and perhaps you need to be able to adjust the sound of your guitar to match your voice. Perhaps you sing a fairly high register. You need to adjust the key of what you're playing in, but yet still play those familiar sounding chords. So that's a capo. Keep practicing.